The New Britain Board of Education, providing students with a high-quality education.
Good evening. The time is 6:02 and we're going to call this meeting to order. We could stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Mercier, if you would lead us.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Fernando, if you please call the roll.
Ms. Cheney?
Here.
Mr. Gay?
Here.
Mr. Mercier?
Here.
Ms. Louise?
Here.
Ms. Parker?
Here.
Ms. Nancy Rodriguez? Ms. Sims?
Here.
Ms. Sanders Connolly? Ms. Nicole Rodriguez?
Here. Ms. Sanders Conley and Ms. Nancy Rodriguez are both under the weather this evening. Okay. If we could take a moment of meditation, and if you would keep in mind the house fire that happened yesterday on Rocky Hill Avenue. Thank you. Now we will have our welcome from Pulaski Middle School.
Good evening and welcome to Pulaski Middle School. I'm not supposed to have to do this. I had a student who was supposed to be the MC this evening. And she was detained, but we have a couple of things that we want to show you. We want to show you the music department, and we're going to show you the product of the AV Club, because every week they produce a news broadcast that's the first 5 minutes of advisory. They produced it this afternoon, so you're going to see it before the students see it tomorrow. So without further ado, I am sorry to say that this is Mr. Saravalli's last year. He has already accepted his retirement. It is a great loss to the music department here, and I want to start out by introducing the jazz band here at Pulaski Middle School. You can well understand why he's going to be missed. Our next performance is the honors choir. Our full choir is in excess of 100, and so we didn't think we wanted 100 people in here singing. We'd have to move it to the auditorium. But this is our honors choir. They've been rehearsing all afternoon. They sound absolutely marvelous, and they're under the direction of Miss Galster. And on the keyboard supporting is Mr. Jason Neeson, one of our others. Music teachers, and Mr. Warinsky is over here in the back. He is the fourth member of our music department. Ms. Galster, you have the stage.
I am calling out.
Before they leave, I want to tell you that on June 1st, the music department will be performing in Trills and Thrills and be adjudicated. Ms. Galster, do you want to explain what that means, please?
Sure. So the Trills and Thrills Festival is a festival that takes place once a year for middle school students. We will be competing, the band, the orchestra, and the regular choir, and we perform 2 songs for adjudicators, and they give us rankings. Superior is like getting an A, a 90 or above. Excellent is like getting a B or 80 to above, and we don't usually get good, but that's like below that. Last year we got an 86 for choir, and we're hoping to beat that score, and I think our band got superior, which is great, and orchestra also got excellent. So we're hoping to go back and wow our judges.
We've been raising money all year to send them so that, because part of it is also they get to spend some time at the park.
Yes, that's the reward.
Yeah, the
So
reward is they get
go
to too.
exactly.
So I want to, it is an award-winning choir and an award-winning band and an award-winning orchestra that you get to hear tonight. All right. You have one more, or are you done? We're going to take 2 minutes for the roustabouts to do their thing, and we have one more thing to show you. So if you want to exit stage right, we're going to put the,
They're all set.
okay.
You guys are amazing. Amazing.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Thank you, guys. Yes. Yes.
And no one fell.
I work in catering and they have no music. Other than music, like class.
Right. Turn the projector on. The next part of this, so that you know, the young lady on the left of the screen there was supposed to be the MC tonight. I really have nothing prepared. She spent the last several days, since last Thursday, she was preparing her spiel, so I'm really anxious to find out what happened. But every week, we started a year ago, through the help of the superintendent, we began an AV club here, and it is 10 to 15 students who get together, and they've been doing a couple of projects. Now, their standing project is to produce a 5 to 8 minute broadcast of the news of the week, including the social skills and everything else that are going on this week. The next part of it is they have been working on videos that for new students and for the 6th grade orientation as that occurs. So without further ado, if we can press the start button.
Good morning, Pulaski Generals, and welcome to News at 9ish.
I'm Kiara Santiago.
And I'm Juan Reno.
Today is March 20th, 2018. It is also a day of lunch 23.
We have a few announcements to help you prepare for your week. Without further ado, let's begin.
Attention to all the girls that are interested in joining the girls' soccer team. As weather hopefully gets warmer, Coach Serville is planning spring training sessions to give you a chance to work on your skills and also get prepared for our fall season. This will be open to any and all girls interested in playing soccer for the Pulaski Generals in the fall or trying out for the Hurricanes freshman team at the high school. Keep an ear out for morning announcements to know when we will start.
There will be a special performance of Shakespeare's Hamlet for 8th grade students on Friday, March 23rd. The performance is brought to Pulaski by the renowned performing group Shakespeareans. I can't wait for this.
A group of Pulaski 8th grade students are participating in an intensive research project, Oceanology, this year. They have been working with middle school students from East Haddam and also have been visiting Long Island South on a regular basis to study the chemistry and also ecology of CT's water bodies and also aquatic life. They will be returning back to the boats this Friday, March 23rd, for further study and also data analysis in the Long Island Sound.
National Junior Honor Society and the Student Council will be holding a spring fling dance on Friday, March 23rd from 5:30 p.m. to 8. Pulaski students only, and the cost for the students is $5. Refreshments will be sold at the dance. Tickets will be on sale in the main office beginning Wednesday, March 14th. Students absent on the day of the dance will not be able to attend.
The music department will be competing in the Trills and Thrills Festival on June 1st, 2018. Students who are going on the trip need to turn in their permission slips and money by this Wednesday, March 21st.
There are over 400 brand new books available in the Media Center thanks to a $7,000 grant from the Laura Bush Foundation for America's Libraries. Right here I have Robot Builders. Looks pretty interesting.
And mine's similar because thing is you could actually secretly code your robots. So I mean, I think that it's a very nice book and you should really check it out.
Oh, please remember, in order to check out new books, you may not have any overdue books. Thank you.
Science Club meets in room 11 after school every Thursday from 3 to 4 p.m.
The yearbooks are on sale for $15. Order forms are available in the main office or from Miss Kane in room 202. Yearbooks are given out in June. It is better to purchase a yearbook now because once they are printed, there's no guarantee we will have extra ones.
National Junior Honor Society and students are sponsoring Pennies for Patients. Each classroom has a box in their classroom for collection. The classroom that collects the most money will be treated to an ice cream social. You can bring in any denomination of coins. It doesn't have to be just pennies. Let's see how much we can collect this year. Thanks in advance for helping out.
Yay, ice cream. My favorite flavor is chocolate. What's yours?
Mine is chocolate chip.
Chocolate. Any student that have gently used shirts or pants that they would like to donate, please drop them off in room 113 or the main office, and any donation will be greatly appreciated.
The 7th grade students are very excited about their trip to Boston next week. They will be visiting the Harvard Museum of Natural History, the Boston Science Museum, and the New England Aquarium. I can't wait until it's my turn for this fun trips next year.
Yay! It's bad I didn't go last year, but still, good for you. Oh, come join the Strive Girls at their pasta lunch on Saturday, March 24th from 12 to 3 p.m. and the YWCA. Tickets are $6 and will help get them to NYC. If you would like tickets, please see any Strive Girl or ask Ms. Gomez or Ms. Salmodio for details.
All members of the AV Club need to report to room 113 every Monday after walkers are dismissed. Meetings will be held from 3 to 4 p.m.
Attention to all students. Starting this year, we will be announcing weekly best overall attendance for each grade. Here's an update on last week's overall attendance by each grade level. Last week's gold winner was 6th grade by 94.13 overall attendance. Way to go, 6th graders, and holding the title for 3 straight weeks. Congratulations. Our silver winner was 7th graders at 93.32% overall attendance, and the bronze winners were us 8th graders at 92.86% overall attendance. Now let's see who will win next week. It will be us, but good job, 6th graders.
Final payments and also paperwork for Washington, D.C. are due. Please bring them directly to Mr. Burns in room 18 as soon as possible. Don't miss on an opportunity of a lifetime.
You should go. It's a one-in-a-lifetime opportunity, as she said, and it's pretty far away. The second annual Pulaski Science Fair will be held on Friday, April 20th from 6 to 8 p.m. In addition to fabulous student projects, there will be an interactive display and raffles for students and children of all ages. Come join us for a fun and educational evening.
Health tip. Regular consumption of small fish, such as sardines and is a natural way to boost your omega-3 fatty acid intake. Omega-3s have shown the ability to aid in heart health, brain function, and also have other various health benefits. So do your body a favor and pick up a can today.
Get to live longer. Attention to all teachers. The English language development students are presently taking their third benchmark assessment to allow them to see their progress in the second language acquisition.
Now on to the skill of the week for the well-managed classroom. Following instructions. Number 1, look at the person. Looking at the person shows you are paying attention. Number 2, say okay. Saying okay lets the person know you understand. Number 3, do what you have been asked right away. If you are more likely to remember exactly what you are supposed to do if you do it right away. Number 4, check back. Checking back lets the person know you have followed the instruction. We want to take a moment and also remind all Pulaski General students of the proper uniform expectation.
Shirts, color solid white or navy blue. Style, all shirts must have shirts, sleeves and collars.
Pants, color khaki or navy blue. No scarves, no headbands, no hats or no hoodies in class or hallways. That's very important.
And finally, we're going to leave you with the quote and word of the day. So generals, listen up. Every great dream begins with a dreamer. Always remember, you have within you the strength and patience and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world. By Harriet Tubman.
Word of the day, pristine. A, remaining in a pure state without human alteration. B, remaining free from dirt or decay, which is clean.
Thank you all for listening to today's news. Today's announcers were Kiara Santiago and Juan Reno. Remember, we're the best at getting better.
Tune in next week at 9:30 for our news at 9ish. Wishing you all a great, phenomenal, fantastic week. Bye-bye.
See ya.
You got to witness a portion of the talent that's here at Pulaski. There is a lot more. We could have kept you all night, but you have other things to do. I won't say better things. You have other things to do.
I'd say other.
I thank you for your kind attention, and I turn it all over to you at this time.
Thank you, thank you. Wow, who wants to follow that?
Not me.
Okay, so now we have public participation. Is there anyone signed up? No. Public participation going once? Going twice? Okay, public participation is now closed.
I'd like to make a motion to add an item G to the first section of the meeting for recognition.
Second.
Okay. All those in favor of adding recognition to the top of the order, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
Am I, oh, I'm up. Okay, so I can't compete? Oh, are we gonna do this right now? Yeah.
Okay. Would Grisella Ponte please step forward? This certificate of special recognition is awarded to Grisella Ponte from the Consolidated School District of New Britain on the 19th day of March 2018, a recognition of your service to the students and families of New Britain as a member of the New Britain Board of Education. Signed by Nicole Rodriguez, President of the Board of Education, and Nancy Sarah, Superintendent of Schools. We thank you for your service, and you will be missed. Oh, you have to get hugs and stuff.
No, first time we're meeting. Wow, girl. Really?
At least it wasn't Kevin's can of soda. Enjoy. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, you will.
I'm being forced to say words.
You're a teacher, you've got it.
I just want to say thank you for 3 great years of working with amazing people, and this amazing district is my life. I've been here my entire life, and it's been an honor to be able to serve and to give back to the community that made me who I am today. You know, I'm not leaving because I necessarily want to, but it's a point in my life where I need to move forward, and so I'm very excited with what's ahead. And don't worry, I will keep my eyes still on what's happening in the district because this is a very passionate area of my life. So thank you guys for just being awesome teachers, mentors, friends, and everything. And I'm excited that I was a part of something so special. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we will have the superintendent's report. Ms. Sarah.
I feel like I should dance it or something. Yeah, right? Something special. So, good times. Just a few things. I've added actually to what I gave you, but I'll start with the first. You know that our Adams Family, the musical at New Britain High School, will be this weekend, starting Friday night. They have 2 on Saturday, I believe, and so Friday night and then 2 on Saturday. I will be there on Saturday night, and you can read the write-up. Again, the cast of characters are wonderful. They're all of our students. Special thank you to Mr. Ferrandino and the music department for putting in long hours. Mr. Smedley as well, with the sets and all of that goes into it. So that's going to be an exciting Friday and Saturday night. I was going to talk a little bit about the walkout, and then I'll leave that to you too to talk a little bit more. Would have made you proud. It was an amazing, our kids are an amazing group of people. And I think just even driving down Mill Street, seeing our JROTC outside, all at attention as the kids went out was amazing. And I have such hope. And just to see the maturity level and the passion of our high school students around, you know, it wasn't the topic of guns, it was the topic of creating more of a peaceful schools and safe schools. And that's really what the march was about. And I'll leave more to you. I won't even go into it more, but I was proud to be a part of it. And interestingly, the walk started, and boy, they can walk pretty quickly. And I thought I was a quick walker. And I thought it was symbolic because I was running to catch up. And I said, nope, this is the way it should be, that they should be leading. And this is the generation that will lead us to a safer tomorrow. So I was really proud of them. They did a great job. And actually, there are 5 young women who are really spearheading this, and Ms. Major can talk to it more. But we're talking about bringing it down into middle school also, just starting having discussions at the middle school level, and even down to elementary around, they have the power to make this peaceful place and a safer place. So it was really inspiring. The other things that I wanted to bring up is this coming Thursday evening at 7 o'clock, all board members are invited. We have our discussion with the Common Council around our budget. And I see Mr. Reyes here. Thank you, Mr. Reyes, for being here too. But it's just to have an open dialogue about why we put in for what we put in for and putting some more context. I know we sat with the Finance Committee last month, but it needs to be heard by the whole council what our reality is and what our needs are. I encourage our families to come out. There will be public participation. It starts at 7 o'clock, and the more families we get out there talking about education is a game changer, right? It beats all else, and our kids are worth it. So anyway, that's 7 o'clock Thursday evening. Oh, I attended the JROTC ball on Saturday night at the Farmington Marriott. And again, an amazing event, just to see our young men and women dressed in their uniforms or in their gowns or whatever. It was a really nice event. And hats off to Colonel Durfee and his grooms for doing the work they do with our JROTC. On the transformation front, this is near and dear to my heart. I did give you, and I had given this to you already, but it's a one-pager on the IPD lesson study model, and this is really the reason why this whole transformation and what we're doing with staffing is happening. It's kind of a hybrid of the Japanese lesson model of knowing that the best professional development happens with colleagues, but it's finding the time for colleagues to have time to sit and look at student work. And it's not assessments, it's really looking at and planning for more engaging, enriching classroom activities every day. And also having an enrichment team that's going to be, so all of our students will have access to enrichment next year from pre-K all the way to grade 12. So more to come. We have our next dinner on April 4th with 170 of our closest friends. And so that will be led, table of discussions will be led by our principals, and various staff members from their schools will be coming around the table, similar to what we did, a little deeper on what actually the plan is going to look like for some of our teachers. So that's our next big event, is on April 4th, and I like to say the Department of Elves here, we are working hours and hours behind the scenes to create this structure so that we can do this, and that every teacher will have at least 300 hours more of professional learning, and our kids will not be going home on the half days. And so that's our goal, and so we're excited about the work. That's about it for now. Any questions on that? Okay.
I feel like I don't need a microphone. I feel like I talk much louder than the microphone, and then I feel like I need to walk back. Board reports. Any board reports?
I do.
Yes,
I
Ms.
would like to
Cheney.
say that I got to see a sneak peek of the Addams Family. For about the last 5 years, we've had a group of cast members come to the children's department of the library to do a little sneak peek. Minor costuming, but they do a couple of numbers. It is, as always, going to be a great show, but I think what this collaboration does is that the families who use the children's department are well below high school level. They think about it, and we expose them to the types of opportunities that are at the high school. And every year they sell reduced price tickets at our performance, and every year we do have families with young children buy tickets to go. So, it's a great opportunity for more people in our community to be aware. And I always work that night, and I love getting a sneak peek. It's very well cast as usual.
Anyone else?
I would just like to thank Ms. Major, the administration, the Board of Education, and the New Britain Police Department for all they did for the student walkout. Just talking to students, they just felt there was a different aura about the school that day. They just felt different. They felt very honored to have that type of voice in the school community. Not necessarily that it was going against something, but coming together as a community as a whole. And I would just like to thank them once again for all they did.
Thanks.
If there are none others, we're going to move on to the presentation. New Britain High School Youth and Government, presented by Ms. Evelyn Hudima and New Britain High School, the Youth and Government Club.
A small packet for you to give you an idea of the program's really well.
Ms. Hudima, do you remember me?
I certainly do.
My preschool
Nicole.
teacher. I looked up, I was like, I read the name, I'm like, wow, that's awesome. Yes. Awesome. It is. There was a flashback on Facebook the other day saying, does anyone remember Creative Corner Days at Nursery? So that's with the big shoe house.
Is that on the corner of East and Salmon?
East and Salmon, yeah, that was, yeah.
Okay, it's with great pride that we come here to talk to you tonight about the YMCA-sponsored Youth and Government Program in the New Britain High School delegation. Each year in the month of March, over 250 high school students from all over the state of Connecticut take over the state capitol building and run an entirely student-led mock government. My involvement in the program started 20-something years ago as a director in the YMCA. I and Ms. Hudima have been a part of the New Britain delegation from its beginning about 17 years ago. I mention this because even though New Britain is still considered a new delegation to the state program, it has, from its inception, been a political force to be reckoned with. In our 17 years, New Britain students have been elected to a number of youth office positions, including Secretary of State, Attorney General, Speaker of the House, an Editor-in-Chief, and multiple youth governors. If you can imagine, these elected positions, like real-life elected positions, are not easy to attain. I want to introduce to you the best people to speak for the program, this year's 2018 New Britain High School delegation.
Hello, everyone. I am Layla Saluba, and I'm a freshman at New Britain High School. My experience as a first-year delegate in the Youth in Government Club was a great learning experience. I have learned many things, and not only from books, but in person. My bill was that participating in the school's process sport should be counted as a gym credit. I've done many research, found statistics to support my bill, and received some helpful information from the school email. I first presented my bill at pre-state, which helped me a lot because it was just a mock overview before the actual state conference, and it helped you see the errors in your bill the other delegates told you, and you are able to fix it before the state conference in March. The last weekend was the state conference, and it was a bit nerve-wracking at first, but when I presented my bill in front of many delegates, I was not nervous, and it felt amazing to have a first world experience as a delegate in the House of Representatives. Although this is my first year in youth and government, I already have an idea on what to do in this program that will not only benefit me, but it will also benefit the future youth and government delegates that will also join this club. I am planning to become committee chair and secretary of state. I really want to have a better understanding of how the state legislative process is, and doing what I'm planning to do and joining this club for the next 3 years will assist me through that. Overall, in my opinion, more students should take advantage of this program because we should all know what issues are occurring in our own state and how to express our opinions and be heard.
Hi everyone. I am Jemiah Amos, a high school student, senior, as well as a first-year participant of the Youth in Government program. I joined to try something new. When told that students were to be when a bill was to be presented by students, I was excited because I was told that it could be on anything that we wanted to address, whether it be a personal matter or whatever. So I addressed teen driving in Connecticut because motor vehicle accidents seem to be the leading cause in teen thefts. Before presenting at the legislative building, everyone's bill was presented in a small committee group at the hotel that we were housed. So I wasn't that anxious to present in front of people in the legislative building. We all mocked legislative officers' roles and developed a sense of what they do. The program was 3 days long. The longest day was the second one, but even on my most tired hours of the 12-hour day, I was very excited, wishing I had joined my freshman year. The Youth in Government program gives students the stage to exercise their public speaking skills as well as debating skills and the ability to see things from different perspectives.
I am Sarah Bilal. I am a junior and I have been part of Youth in Government for 2 years. Youth in Government has expanded my mind and made me realize more issues that other students noticed in our state that is addressed in their bills. In the opening statement, the student typically includes statistics and facts on their topic in order to persuade other debaters to pass their bill. It is really important to know everything about your bill because debaters will ask you many questions to clarify. Therefore, you need to know about your bill topic by heart to be prepared for these questions and counter-arguments against your bill. My bill was on being able to text 911. I proposed to have all dispatch centers in Connecticut to implement this system. It was passed by the House, Senate, and signed by the governor, and won Best Bill, which was an amazing feeling because I feel that my opinions and ideas were heard and that my hard work paid off. I am also a committee chair, which came with a learning process but was a great experience. And I was also nominated this year as a party leader for the Capital Party for my senior year, that I greatly look forward to. All in all, Youth in Government was an amazing learning experience on politics and debate and is a highlight of my years in high school. afternoon. My name is Stephanie Rodriguez. I'm a senior in New Britain High School, and I have been part of the Youth and Government program since my sophomore year. My first 2 years, I was part of the House, and this year I participated in the press corps. I found out about the press last year, and I was very interested to see how this part of the program operated. In the press, other delegates and I were exposed to almost every single aspect of the YAG program. The articles we produced were based on the happenings in the Senate, the House, youth and law, etc. Being part of the press, I was able to experience youth and law for the very first time. Youth and law consists of students being given a case in which they either side or oppose the decision that was made. It was amazing to see how the delegates prepared to defend the cases presented to them. Throughout the last 3 years, I have been able to grow not only in my writing, but with my self-esteem as well. I have been given the opportunity to explore the minds of others and the way in which they think.
Hi, my name is Mahmouda Chowdhury. I'm a senior at New Britain High School, and this was my 4th year at Youth and Government. My first year at Youth and Government was absolutely eye-opening, to say the least. Before the conference, we do so much prepping and practicing, but being in the actual legislative office building, where real Connecticut representatives discuss political issues, is almost surreal. But the best part of the program is the students. You see students from all across the state taking initiative to be leaders through the different positions in Youth and Government, and this inspired me to get more involved in the program. My second year in the program, I decided to become a senator, where I debate bills from my delegation as a representative. I also decided I wanted to run for an elected officer position. I was nominated through my political party for Youth Secretary of State, but I was not elected. But I kept pushing myself to become more involved. My third year in the program, I was a senator, a chair, and a party leader, giving me the opportunity to take charge of the party caucus and nominate officers. I also decided to run for Secretary of State for the second time, and I ended up winning. During this past conference, I was able to organize the bill dockets and the party caucuses, which allowed me to demonstrate and work on my leadership skills. Through Youth and Government, I was also given the opportunity to attend CONA, the Conference on National Affairs, this past summer. For 1 week, I, along with 11 other students from Connecticut, stayed at YMCA's Blue Ridge Assembly in North Carolina. That 1 week was by far the highlight of my summer. It was amazing seeing passionate delegates from all across the country come together to discuss national and international issues. It gave me a sense of comfort knowing that students can come together no matter their background or opinions and educate others while keeping an open mind even if there are disagreements. Both CONA and Youth and Government have helped me grow through my confidence, leadership, and it has brought me so much closer to the person I want to be. Although my time as a Youth and Government delegate is over, I will always hold this program close to my heart, and I know the New Britain delegation is in good hands.
We have a lot more pictures to show you, so you can get a really good idea of what the kids experience. We're the only program in the country that allows the students to actually take over the state capitol during that 3-day weekend. I'm Evelyn Medema. I'm one of the co-advisors with Chris Godfrey, and we have supported this program in a number of different ways for many, many years. The past few years, our biggest challenge for membership has been our program fees. The packets that you received outline just some of the activities that the kids do over that whole weekend, and the program fee this year was $300 per student. We've been very successful in reducing that price through fundraising, but our true goal is to integrate the program into the school's curriculum and solicit community partners to support the program financially. The Meriden School District offers Youth and Government as a social studies elective, and it is so successful that they have capped enrollment at 50 students. This is our goal. The experience our students gain from the Youth and Government program goes beyond what can be taught in a classroom. Civic engagement is one of our core values at New Britain High School, and this program truly and authentically prepares our students to achieve that goal. We thank you for the opportunity this evening to present our experience and share the young ladies' stories with you. If you have any questions, we'd be happy to answer them at this time. Thank you.
How many students are in your program?
This year we had 11 delegates.
Are there boys or just
Yes.
girls?
The boys are involved in the musical. As are the people that you don't
okay.
see here are involved in the musical. Mandatory rehearsal today.
Can I just say, I love this program. Both my boys participated when they were at New Britain High. My son Todd did participate and then ran for public office twice, starting when he was 27, and holds an elected position here in New Britain. So it really does give you a taste, and it really does build a feeling, a good sense of civic involvement. I support you 100%. And I love your bills. I looked at them very, very quickly. Good job. Great.
Hi, I'm Yvonne Muniz. This is exciting to hear this. I'm on the DTC member, and I would love to have your students involved in any way they can. So if you're interested, let me know.
And I too had a daughter who went through youth in government, and the capital is where I spend my days as a lobbyist on early childhood issues. So just seeing you guys up there in the pictures is really nice.
I think a lot of times people say that the youth are not involved and not engaged, and I'd love to see things like this and like the march, the walkout that happened last week as great examples that our youth can be engaged and be involved. And quite honestly, some of the bills that I see here rival better than the actual bills that I see come out of. So hats off to you. This is amazing work, and I hope that regardless of political affiliation and beliefs, you continue with this, because we need younger voices involved in politics. We need more people being engaged, and I encourage your friends to get involved as well, because this is fantastic work, and I think you're getting a real sense for what it takes, and there's a lot to it that people don't understand. So thank you for your effort, and thank you for this wonderful presentation.
Thank you so much for representing New Britain in such a high caliber way. Thank you for continuing to put our name on the map, and thank you for taking the time out to be involved in civic matters, because that is where the heart is, and that affects people's everyday lives. And I think that you guys looking at that now and realizing what a great impact it has will continue to spearhead you guys in the right direction in the future. So thank you so much. And hats off to Mr. Godfrey and Ms. Hudima for all the work that they do and the tireless hours that they spend. Now we get to go down to the next level. All right, so for old business, we have discussion of the board liaison role. So I hope all of you had a chance to look at it, and if there's any corrections or anything that you see, that we would put it up there now so that we can vote on it. I know we had a few friendly amendments from Ms. Sims, and I think we got them, but if we didn't get the rest of them, I did mention to Matt, so we'll strike those. So the periods are still there. So if there's no objections or corrections, I'll entertain a motion. Everybody?
So moved. Motion to approve the board liaison role policy.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor of approving the board memorandum, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay. And the school assignments will be in your email tomorrow. So if you had a school already, you have the same school. If you didn't have a school assignment, then your school assignment will be there. Okay. All right. Take a minute to peruse the consent agenda and see if there's anything that you'd like removed.
Item H.
Item H. Okay, hearing none others. Item H, I'll entertain a motion to discuss.
Motion to approve policy 6141.11 curriculum development.
Second.
I just want to clarify and possibly make just a slight revision that I think was just an oversight on my part when it came forward. The area that was struck in the copy that we have in our packet, I'd like to motion to amend to unstrike.
What page is that in the packet?
It is
44 and 45.
Yes.
So can you just read that sentence?
Yes. The sentence that's being unstruck is the Board of Education, it's the second half of the sentence only. Sorry. Teachers shall teach within the approved curricula. So just unstriking the second half, keeping that, yes.
Perfect. Okay. No others?
And there's another amendment that's just
Okay. Okay. So, motion to approve
to amend the struck paragraph to unstrike the teacher shall teach within the approved curriculum. Second.
All those in favor on the amendment of unstriking the second half of the statement that teachers shall teach the curriculum? That makes sense. Signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Teachers are teaching, we love it.
And the second amendment is I'd like to make a motion to amend the highlighted section, and this is just to clarify it, to actually align with what our current practice is. So it would, instead of what's there, it's pretty much the same. It would read, the curriculum development / revision process will be conducted by a district curriculum committee, which has the responsibility to review and recommend all curricula for the district, period. All curricula shall be subject to the approval of the Board of Education. Yes, because the board is actually the body that approves our curriculum. The committee doesn't approve it. And a lot of the development work, we don't actually develop the base where we start for. It usually comes to us from cabinet officials.
Makes sense. Okay. So a motion to accept the amendment.
A motion to amend.
Motion to amend. Second. All those in favor of that amendment, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And you're going to send that motion, the amendment, over to Matt. Okay, you got it. Thanks. All right. Now, I will entertain a motion to accept the policy with its amendments.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor of accepting the policy with its amendments, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay. Consent agenda. Yes. One minute. I'll entertain a motion to go into executive session for A under new business, the confidential personnel matter.
Motion to go into executive session to discuss the confidential personnel matter with Dr. Tucker and Ms. Sarah.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? We are now going into executive session.